Surely you know many people who want to change part or all of their lives. Perhaps it is you yourself who is in this situation at the moment. But often people don't consider the real cost of what it means to achieve that change. Change is difficult for anyone because it requires moving to the opposite side of comfort. Even if the change means something healthy, it will still be difficult to make it. The reality is that if you really want to change what you have in life, you must change who you are and what you do. Establish in your life these 12 habits that, sooner or later, will lead you to success. And above all, stop avoiding them. If you don't observe these 12 habits of successful people and start practicing all of them, starting now, you risk being in poverty for life. As we said before, sometimes change turns out to be very difficult because it means going from comfort to discomfort. For example, if you are overweight and want to be healthy, then you should stop eating unhealthy foods and start exercising. This is much easier said than done. Eating healthy food is hard mentally and physically. Exercise is associated with real physical pain, and it's often much easier to stay in your routine than to change. Before establishing the success habits we'll outline in this video, you need to be aware of your situation and redefine 3 traits that we're sure you have in your personality. Redefine your identity. If you're someone who watches television every night, it can become part of who you are. You don't realize it, but your habits start to become not just something you do, but also a part of your identity. That's why when you try to change yourself, your unconscious starts to resist and your mind rebels against the idea of changing something that is already implanted as something every day in your life. It is essential to recognize this calling and regain control of your identity. You must consciously choose who you want to be and redefine yourself, rather than letting your subconscious decide for you. For example, instead of spending hours every night watching television, you should redefine yourself as someone who studies and learns about money and investing. By making this conscious shift in your identity, you win half the battle in achieving change. 2. Redefine your friendships. Another thing that can be rethought is your friendships. Although sometimes it seems very difficult to say the old phrase birds of the same feather fly together and very accurately. If you're having a hard time achieving the change you're looking for, look to your friends. Are they encouraging you to improve or are they pushing you back into old habits? If your answer is the last option, it's time to move on and find new friends who can encourage you to the next level. Don't be friends with people who will drag you down. 3. Redefine your routine. Once you've changed your identity and your relationships, it's inevitable that you'll create new routines that lead to success. In other words, if you want to be healthier, you have to diet and exercise. Not just talk about it. This will require you to invest some money in going to the gym and hiring a personal trainer. But the reward of being healthy will motivate you to move forward and invest in your health. If you want to be financially free, you must learn how money works and start investing. This may require you to find a partner who will learn and invest with you to hold you accountable, and also a mentor who will challenge you on how you spend your time and resources. Once you've redefined these personality traits as required here, you'll be able to practice the 12 habits of successful people that you may be avoiding without being aware of it. Habit 1. Successful people visualize their successes the way we often see it, and the culprit of why we don't achieve the success we so desire. Successful people use positive visualization so that nothing and no one can stop them from following their path to success. Set aside between 10 and 15 minutes each day to see yourself reaching your goals, imagining how you will feel when you achieve them, and enjoying the experience. This can be done in the morning or at night, before bed or when you are lying in your bed. Remember that this exercise should be done in a quiet and peaceful place. Close your eyes silently to make it even more effective, and visualize that dream you've always wanted to come true. In this way, your brain will get used to having more positive thoughts, and it will not impose mental barriers that prevent you from achieving what you want. 2. Successful people use. They are motivating mantras. A mantra is a powerful phrase that, when used, gives you the strength and motivation you need to not give up and move forward with your plans. Many people who have been successful in life, such as Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey or Will Ferrero, use mantras daily that encourage them to be successful. And this is one of the secrets of success, which you must also create a habit in your daily life. The first step to creating your own mantra is finding something that really inspires you, like looking for a phrase that every time you read or repeat it, it makes you feel invincible. When you find that special mantra for you, start repeating it every day, as many times as you need. Morning, afternoon or night, you'll find that you'll feel more positive and more focused on your goals. You can choose a single sentence or several to say them out loud to yourself. Habit 3. Successful people leave behind what does not add value to them. Another important habit of successful people is learning to let go of everything that doesn't help them move forward or just hurts them and doesn't contribute anything. This can be any kind of things, from objects that no longer need paper, old phones, clothes, etc. To keep toxic people out of your life or avoid bad habits that will only harm you, you must do the same. Create a list of everything you'd like to leave behind and get rid of everything like useless objects, customs that tie you to the past, people who only hurt you, among other things. You will see how your life will change in a short time, and you will feel lighter for not carrying that weight in vain on top of you wherever you go. Habit 4. Successful people think big. This habit is simple. When you think big, you act big and great wonderful things happen to you. Don't have small projects, dream of big achievements that you will conquer from today. Habit 5. Successful people have enormous willpower. If you really want to achieve something, you need 3 things to work for it: make an effort and have the willpower to not abandon your goal. Successful people know this, and that's why they never doubt or leave behind the tasks they need to do to achieve what they want. When they want something, they go after it. They focus on their goals and put all efforts to achieve without making excuses. Habit 6. Successful people have patience. If you want to succeed in life, there is something very important you must understand. You will suffer failures and frustrations. Sometimes success isn't achieved just by winning. Sometimes you have to lose to succeed. That's why successful people are patient, because they know that there are obstacles in the way that can appear and slow them down a little on their journey. But instead of feeling like this is a negative thing, they change and learn from it. They wait until they are ready again and continue forward, unafraid. 7th habit. Successful people have a winning mindset. Successful people leave no room in their minds for negativity or doubt. They choose to be positive over fear. Optimism is the best strategy you can use to have a bright future. You must believe that you can achieve everything you set your mind to, that tomorrow will be a great day, and that you are on the right track to fulfill your dreams. Habit 8. Successful people listen to others. Many people do not stop talking. They enter into conversations not to socialize with other people, but to feed their ego. On the other hand, successful people listen more than they talk because they know that this is an excellent opportunity to learn new things and see different aspects from a different point of view than their own. Habit 9. Successful people take risks. There are 2 phrases that I really like to say when talking about this topic. He who risks nothing gains nothing. And life's greatest triumphs are those that come from taking risks. More important, start realizing from now on that if you avoid taking risks in your life, you will also be avoiding taking advantage of opportunities that are at risk. Habit 10. Successful people learn from their mistakes. Perhaps one of the most important habits of successful people when it comes to success is knowing how to learn from the mistakes they make. This is the main difference between many people who fail and those who succeed. If you make a mistake and don't learn from it, you are more likely to make it again in the future. Habit 11. Successful people don't make excuses at this point. You must understand that when successful people want to achieve something, they go after it without making excuses. They completely avoid excuses like "I don't have the money to reach him. I have no time. I am not able to get it. Eck." Of course, it's easier to stay in a corner crying, doing nothing and wondering why life treats you like this. But with that you will only be able to stay in the same place and never move forward in life. Stop making excuses at once and do something to achieve your goals. Habit number 12. Successful people know how to say no. Winners learned and know how to deny the things that came their way. And when they value them, they see that they have not contributed anything to their personal growth. As uncomfortable as it is sometimes to say no, remember that discomfort produces prosperity. Uber is an example of a company that has made a big impact on the taxi industry. Its creator was uncomfortable with its economic situation and the terrible classic taxi service, and now its discomfort has generated billions of dollars in our personal lives. Discomfort is central to our identity, friendships, and routines. If we want change today, take a look at your life and see how you can change to be a better person every day. Which of the habits of successful people are you practicing and which are you avoiding? Now about imagination. Imagine being able to wake up at any time you want, being able to go to any restaurant without worrying about the price of the menu, or even providing all that life that your family really deserves. This all becomes possible when you undertake. Let's stay here. Stay with God and see you next time. Goodbye.